See, when you became born again, you see, your flesh was not the one that was born again or that was transformed. It was your spirit man that was transformed. It was your spirit man that received the new life, a new spirit. And so, therefore, after being born again, some of the believers think that that is where it ends. Then automatically everything will change, their appetite, the urges they normally have, the things they normally fight with, their fantasies. No, it doesn't change just like that. You have to change them precisely. You have to change them consciously. Paul says something. He said, I beat my body into subjection. I bring it into the obedience of Christ. The reason is because your spirit man is what is regenerated, but your flesh will keep on kicking against it. And so you see, what you now need to do is that after being born again, like I said, I heard it in my spirit. You need to change your routine. Your routine. You see, what empowers your consecration is your routine. Now, your routine is such that, okay, before you were born again, you fancy going to club, you fancy, associations with people that are not even born again, that they don't encourage you to serve God. You dwell more on your phone, on social media, as you do outing, you do many things that are not profitable. But now you are born again. Does it not occur to you that these things needed to be changed? In Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, he said, This book of the Lord shall not depart out of thy mouth. He said, Thou shalt meditate therein day and night. You see, it is not a one thing something, it is consistent. You need to replace those appetites with something. Say, You shall meditate therein day and night to observe to do. You see, to do according to what is written there. It means you observe as, okay, this is the ordinances of God, this is the ways of God, this is the things, like in Proverbs 6 verse 16, it says 6 things does God hate, 7 are abominations. So you try to look at what are those 6 things that God hates. If you read Psalm 15 and Psalm 24, who shall stand upon your holy mountain, a man that is upright in heart. These are things you now look at for. You begin to replace those former routine with new ones. So this book of the law shall not depart, thou shalt meditate in it day and night to observe to do according to what is written therein. He said, then your way shall be prosperous. This prosperity is not concerning riches or money yet. It means the things you do, whatsoever you lay your hands upon, will become prosperous. Your life begin to go in order according to the will of God. Then he says, shall have good success. You see, the reason why you fall back and front is that you've not really replaced your routine. Your flesh will still kick against your spirit man to want you to go back. Peter was speaking in First Peter. He said, we are not like them that go back to our vomit, or like swine that go back to the mud. You see, you will need to consciously and precisely take yourself into consideration and be disciplined about it, not to allow. The problem is this: Satan will bring back those urges, he will bring back those things, but you will beat your body into subjection and say, No. You start reading the word of God with consciousness, with zealousness, like the psalmist said, Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I may not sin against you. So you will now start replacing what is on those hearts, in that your heart, with the word of God. Meditate on it day and night to replace the baggages already in your soul. It was in Psalm 119 that still says, He said, Wherewith shall a man cleanse his way? He said, by taking heed to the word of God. Are you seeing it now? Taking heed to the word of God. These are the things that Jesus now came to tell us in Luke chapter 18. Luke chapter 1, verse 18. He said, Men ought always to pray and not faint. You now start. Prayer is part of it now. Word of God, prayer. You are replacing your routine. Then, if you come further, Jesus was telling them in Matthew chapter 17. He said, This kind cannot go except by prayer and fasting. How many times do you fast? He said, Fasting has a way of subduing your flesh and giving strength to your spirit man, giving good appetite to your spirit man. You're wondering, you've not changed your routine, and you think your life can just change like that. Then now, what do you listen to? Paul said, Pay attention to the things that are edifiable. Are you listening to the word of God? You still see that in your phone, worldly music, secular music as DJ, and you will say there's nothing wrong there. There is something wrong, because sounds have a way of impacting the soul of men. So you need to change the sounds that you receive. Jesus said something. He said, It is not what goes into a man that defies him. He said, It's what comes out. Replace these things, change them gradually. Start listening to edifying messages, songs. Pay attention to spiritual things. This way, you will see that your life will be regulated. Let your routine change. The things you do, make sure that you don't go any day without reading the word of God, without praying. Some weeks dedicate it to fasting and say, I want to fast today. I want to engage. Look, we are following Jesus. He said in his word, as he is, so are we. When he came, he is the Son of God, born of a virgin. Why fasting for 40 days and 40 nights? Why pray? But that is to tell you that for you to build this body into subjection, you need to engage spiritual exercises more than the flesh. You spend hours on your phone, spend days doing unprofitable things, and you think your spirit man will gain power over your flesh. No. You need to start exercising your spirit man. You gain master over your flesh. Remember, where a man's treasure is, that is where his heart will be. These are the things you need to change. Change your routine, because your routine empowers the consecration that God wants to give to you. And if you do this, you'll find out that you won't be having this fall off and falling that you. I am talking to someone, and I know the Lord Almighty will help us in Jesus' name.